Hi, I'm Lynn Davison, founder of The Art of Adulting. We parents or grandparents of autistic or neurodivergent young adults have spent years helping them navigate life. We've advocated for them, we've protected them, we've solved problems, we've done everything we could to help them succeed. That's exactly what loving parents do. But there's a challenge that many of us discover as our children move from academics into adulthood. Sometimes the things we've done to help can unintentionally make it harder for them to develop self reliance. I know because I've done all of these in my 40 plus years parenting our six neurodivergent adult children. So this isn't about blame. We are all doing the best we can with the information we have. This video asks us to notice a few patterns that can get in the way of growth and offering some ways to shift to supporting small steps to self reliance. Let's dive in. The first thing we do is we solve problems too quickly because they're uncomfortable and we'd like to feel more comfortable. It's one of the easiest traps for our parents to fall into because solving problems feels good, and that's what our brain's designed to do. We see our young adults frustrated. Something goes wrong or conflict happens, a payment gets missed, a work issue comes up, and before they can even think about what to do, we're already offering solutions. Why? Because we're experienced. We know how to fix it. We want to help. The problem is that problem solving is a skill, and skills only develop through practice. When we consistently solve problems for our young adults, they don't get enough opportunities to learn that they can solve problems themselves. Instead of immediately offering a solution, let's pause and validate what's going on inside of them. Hey, you seem uncomfortable. This is tough. Something really feels uncertain. We don't have to abandon them. We simply move from being the problem solver to being the coach. The second thing we do often is we do things they could learn to do. This one often comes from efficiency. It's faster to make the appointment ourselves or fill out the form or order the food or handle the phone call. But every time we do something they could potentially learn how to do, we accidentally remove an opportunity for growth. Now I said could learn, not should already know, not can do it perfectly, could learn. Most autistic and neurodivergent young adults need more support, more repetition, and more practice. It's just the way that their brains are wired. That's okay. The goal isn't adulting overnight. The goal is increasing self-reliance one small step at a time. The simple approach is I do it, you watch. Then we do it together. Then you do it while I watch. Then you do it independently. That gradually builds self-reliance, competence, and competence. The third thing we do, and this is so hard to get away from, we protect them from discomfort. As parents, we hate seeing our children struggle, especially when they've already faced challenges that other people just don't understand. So when anxiety shows up or something feels different, our instinct is often to remove the obstacle. But confidence doesn't come from avoiding discomfort. Confidence comes from experiencing discomfort and discovering, oh, I can handle this. Growth lies just outside our comfort zone. I know we've heard this several times, but doing it's not easy. It doesn't mean throwing someone into the deep end. It means helping them take the next right size step. When our young adult feels overwhelmed, instead of rescuing, we ask, or we just state, because sometimes asking a question feels like a demand to them. Let's just say, let's talk about what might help. Hey, one small step forward might be, I'm here to support you. Support doesn't always mean removing the challenge. Sometimes support means staying beside them while they face it. And here's the fourth thing we do. We focus more on the gap versus the gain. Okay, our brains, they're naturally wired to notice what needs work. That's part of survival and of being a caring parent. But if most of our conversations focus on what isn't working, our young adults can begin to feel like they're constantly falling short. Most neurodivergent young adults already carry a lifetime of feeling behind. They don't need more evidence that they're struggling. They need evidence that they're growing. We notice their effort. We notice their persistence. We notice their courage. We notice their responsibility. We notice progress. Let's say things like, I noticed you stuck with that longer than you used to. I saw you handle that differently. That took courage to slow down and look at what was happening inside your head and your heart. Growth happens when effort gets recognized. Deciding what success looks like for them is the fifth mistake that we make, instead of discovering it together. This may be one of the most important one. Most parents have a picture of what success looks like. We want our young adult to have friends, a job, a purpose, a meaningful life. And those desires come from love. But real motivation doesn't come from our vision, it comes from theirs. The young adults who make progress are often the ones who begin to develop a picture of the life they want, not the life we want for them, the life they want. That's why at the early adulting, we spend so much time helping young adults create and develop and sustain their life GPS. Before we ask what they want next, though, we start somewhere very important. We start with, what have you already accomplished? Many neurodivergent young adults spend years hearing about what isn't working, what still needs improvement, or what they haven't done yet. Before we focus on the future, we need to help them recognize the progress they've already made. That's exactly why we offer the Peaceful Progress Worksheet. This worksheet walks families through 10 domains of adult life. For each domain, we ask just 2 questions. What have they done? And what's next? Notice we don't start with problems. We start with progress. Because when young adults can see evidence of growth, they're much more willing to believe they can keep growing. The worksheet also helps families have conversations without blame, shame, or power struggles. Instead of focusing on what's wrong, it helps everyone identify one right-sized step toward the life they want to build. When young adults begin to see both where they've been and where they want to go, something shifts. They start developing their own internal compass, their own life GPS. And our role changes too. We stop being the person who constantly tells them where they should go. We become the guide, standing beside them as they discover where they want to go. If you'd like to try this with your young adult, download the free Peaceful Progress Worksheet. The link is below. Set aside 20 or 30 minutes for about 2 weeks. Pick one life domain each time and celebrate what's already been accomplished, and then identify one right-sized step. Each day, do another domain. You may be surprised how much easier it is to talk about the future when you begin by honoring the progress that's already been made. If there's one thing I'd like you to remember, it's this. Self-reliance is built through lectures. It's built through small steps. It's built when young adults are trusted, when they're allowed to struggle safely, when they're encouraged to solve problems, when their effort is noticed, and when they're given opportunities to build a life that matters to them. None of us will do this perfectly. I certainly didn't. But every time we shift from rescuing to coaching, from directing to partnering, from solving to supporting, we create another opportunity for growth. And those opportunities, repeated over time, are what help young adults build the self-reliance they need for adulthood. Thank you for being here. And now go download the Peaceful Progress Worksheet using the link in the description below. Bye for now.